6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Caretaker Prime Minister has lauded contributions and sacrifices of the police force for peace and security in the country. Pakistan has expressed disappointment over the UN Security Council's failure to call for a ceasefire in Gaza. World Health Organization has asked Israel to protect humanitarian workers in Gaza. 2-week-long multinational joint special forces exercise Fajr al-Sharq 5 has concluded at National Counter-Terrorism Center, Pabbi. All Parties Hurriyat Conference says Kashmiri people are determined to protect their Muslim identity and culture at all costs in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan will take on India in Under-19 Asia Cup match at Dubai tomorrow.
आज़मीन हज मुतवज्जा हों। सरकारी हज स्कीम की दरख्वास्तें 12 दिसंबर तक मुल्क के 15 नामजद बैंकों में जमा कराई जा सकती हैं। समंदर पार पाकिस्तानी स्पॉन्सरशिप स्कीम के तहत खुद को और पाकिस्तान में मौजूद अपने प्यारों को स्पॉन्सर कर सकते हैं। स्पॉन्सरशिप स्कीम के तहत मौसूल होने वाली हज दरख्वास्तें पहले आइए पहले पाइए की बुनियाद पर वसूल की जाएंगी। मजीद मालूमात के लिए नामजद बैंक या वजारत की वेबसाइट www.hajinfo.org विजिट करें।
And now the news in detail. Caretaker Prime Minister Anwarul Haq Kakar has lauded contributions and sacrifices of the police force for peace and security in the country. Addressing the 7th annual conference of former Inspector Generals of Police in Islamabad today, he underlined the need for attitudinal change to improve police force image. The Prime Minister said the police force is playing a role of custodian to protect the society from anarchy, and it has been serving as the frontline force. He suggested that police force requires deep introspection to further improve image of the force. The Prime Minister particularly referred to the sacrifices of the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan police besides other provinces. He also emphasized upon the need to understand the local challenges and discourse over the effective legal framework. The Prime Minister highlighted the importance of effective legislation to counter the security issues. Caretaker Minister for Information and Broadcasting Murtaza Solanki has said the federal government will use all resources to further improve services of Radio Pakistan in Balochistan. During his visit to Radio Pakistan Quetta station today, he said radio is the main source of dissemination of news besides providing entertainment to the people in remote areas of the country. The minister said problems being faced by radio stations in Balochistan would be addressed on priority basis. He said Balochistan has immense natural resources which would be utilized for development and prosperity in the province. Pakistan has expressed disappointment over the UN Security Council's failure once again to call for a ceasefire in Gaza, even in the face of a human tragedy of epic proportions taking place there. In a statement, Foreign Office spokesperson Mumtaz Zahra Baloch said, despite invocation of Article 99 of the UN Charter by the Secretary General and his warning of humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza, the Council failed to perform its primary responsibility to maintain international peace and security. She urged the UN Security Council to act now and protect the people of Gaza from an impending genocide. The spokesperson said the collective punishment endured by the besieged people of Gaza is unprecedented and unacceptable. She said continuation of Israel's campaign in occupied Palestine will prolong human sufferings with massive civilian casualties and forced displacement of millions of people. The spokesperson reiterated Pakistan's call for an immediate and unconditional ceasefire to avert a humanitarian catastrophe. She said Israel must end its barbaric acts and inhumane siege against Gaza. Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations in New York, Munir Akram, says Security Council has again failed the Palestinian people. In a post at social media forum X, he said the demand for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza has an overwhelming backing of international community. Munir Akram said what happened in UNSC is deeply disappointing. He said Pakistan appreciates UAE and all co-sponsors for their efforts. Denouncing Israel's relentless attacks on Palestinian people and civilian infrastructure in Gaza, Pakistan's acting permanent representative to the United Nations, Muhammad Usman Iqbal Jadoon, told the UN General Assembly that Pakistan strongly and unequivocally condemns the indiscriminate use of force by Israel. Speaking in a debate on humanitarian assistance, he said Israel is blockading of essential humanitarian supplies in violation of international humanitarian law. World Health Organization has asked Israel to protect humanitarian workers in Gaza. More than a dozen member states of the WHO in a draft resolution have urged Israel to respect its obligations under international law to protect humanitarian workers in Gaza. The text of the draft resolution has been proposed by Algeria, Bolivia, China, Egypt, Indonesia, Iraq, Jordan, Lebanon, Malaysia, Morocco, Pakistan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Tunisia, Turkey, and United Arab Emirates and Yemen. The member states expressed their grave concern about the catastrophic humanitarian situation in the occupied Palestinian territory. Israel's unabated air and ground assault on Gaza has martyred over 17,000 people, mostly women and children. This is Radio Pakistan. Two-week-long multinational joint special forces exercise Fajr al-Sharq 5 has concluded at National Counter-Terrorism Center, Pabbi, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. According to ISPR, troops from Special Forces of Pakistan, Bahrain, Iraq, and Kuwait participated in the exercise. Troops and officers from the brotherly countries of Bahrain, Iraq, and Kuwait also witnessed the closing ceremony. Special forces of participating countries displayed their professional excellence on the final day. The exercise was aimed at further harnessing the historic military-to-military relations amongst the brotherly countries and help nurture joint employment concepts against counter-terrorism. Repatriation of illegal foreign nationals, including Afghans, to their countries is continuing in a dignified and safe manner. 2,473 illegal Afghan nationals returned to their country yesterday. So far, 418,980 illegal Afghans have been repatriated to Afghanistan. Caretaker Punjab Chief Minister Mohsin Naqvi says Pakistan has long-standing fraternal relations with Iraq and there is a lot of potential for promotion of religious tourism between the two countries. He was talking to the ambassador of Iraq to Pakistan, Hamid Abbas Lafta, who called on him in Lahore today. The Chief Minister said Punjab has provided a favorable environment for investment and an investment facilitation center has been established in Lahore. The Iraqi ambassador expressed desire to take advantage of investment opportunities in Punjab. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, occupation troops in their ongoing crackdown have arrested 3 innocent youth in Riasi district. According to Kashmir Media Service, the troops arrested the youth while they were traveling in a vehicle in Mahor area. The Indian Forces personnel have arrested hundreds of innocent Kashmiris in the last few weeks for their affiliation with the ongoing freedom movement. Alongside resorting to arbitrary arrests, Indian troops are using every brutal method to martyr innocent people in the occupied territory. Meanwhile, more posters appeared in different areas of occupied territory, urging the international community to take cognizance of the gross human rights violations being perpetrated by troops in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The All-Party Hurriyat Conference, in a statement in Srinagar, deplored that the Narendra Modi-led Indian government is hell-bent upon erasing the Muslim identity of the occupied Kashmir. Corruption Day is being observed today. The theme of this year is Uniting the World Against Corruption. The day is observed to promote collective action against corruption through multi-stakeholder engagement with governments, business, and civil society. In this connection, walks, rallies, and special ceremonies were held in different cities. Pakistan will take on India in Under-19 Asia Cup match at Dubai tomorrow. The match will start at 10:30 a.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Earlier in today's match, Sri Lanka beat Japan by 7 wickets, while Bangladesh defeated UAE by 61 runs at the same time. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while partly cloudy in northern districts during the next 12 hours. Smog and fog is likely to persist in plain areas of Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and Upper Sindh during the morning and night hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.